Well, at Wednesday time, it is a tough time running a small business these days, and customers can really make or break a business's bottom line.
Yeah, you may have read reviews on Yelp or Google before making a decision on where to eat or shop. Well, joining us live this morning to explain more about how reviews can also be an avenue for opportunity is Ben Spradling with the Better Business Bureau. Good morning, Ben.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so I know we have all read these reviews and I have made
Oh, yeah.
decisions based on them. So, why should businesses really embrace the reviews?
So right now, what we've learned from just basically some recent data and some feedback that we've heard through the Better Business Bureau is that trust is really at a premium right now during the pandemic. So we've seen that roughly 20% of consumers really trust retailers right now. So they're using these online reviews as kind of the gateway to some of their decision making as to whether or not they should go through and make, whether that's an online purchase or if they want to brave it and go to a storefront. Online reviews are kind of what helps safeguard some of that decision making. And so they use that to decide whether or not they want to go forward with some of that purchases. So reviews right now are more important than they've ever been.
Yeah, I mean, I will say I totally buy into that. If I'm looking at like, oh, I'm kind of wanting pizza tonight. If I look at one restaurant that has 100 reviews and one that has 4, I usually go with the one that people have left more feedback on, you know? So I'm curious, how should businesses be really monitoring those reviews, and do they need to be checking to see what people are saying about them?
So long story short, yes. So it's really about being really vigilant, really diligent about a lot of your customer reviews. So you want to make responding a priority. So it could be as simple as putting a calendar reminder on a weekly, maybe even a daily basis to see what some of those reviews look like. And then once you do, and you see some of those reviews, prioritize following up too. So if you've had somebody who had a good experience, check in with them and see what it's going to take to make sure that they have a great experience. Or if you've had a review come your way, talk to that customer, make sure that what some of the wrongs that they've experienced to see if it's gone a little right for them since the last time they touched base with you. So there's a lot of it's really in kind of the detail and being really vigilant when it comes to checking some of those reviews right now.
Now, when you say that, businesses should follow up with those customers, do you mean like in a public way? Because I have seen businesses comment on a negative review like, oh, we're so sorry you had this experience, blah, blah, blah. Or do you mean privately? I mean, should they be putting it all out there so people can see that they are following up with these people?
So every circumstance is different, but if you do have an opportunity to right or wrong publicly, that's a great way to showcase really how committed to trust your business is. So if that is on one of your social media platforms, maybe if you do have a customer review platform that's specific for getting some of that customer-based feedback, let folks know that you have seen some of those constructive criticism points. You've done the best that you can to correct those, and that you've really, again, helped right or wrong for a consumer. Other consumers see that, they take that to heart, and that can really impact how they make some of their marketplace decisions going forward.
Yeah. Okay. So now let's look at this from the customer side of things. Like I said, I know I am a chronic review reader. So how do customers really benefit from having these reviews out there? How can they use them to their advantage?
I mean, overall, it really helps make the marketplace a better place to shop. So you can really widen the amount of stores or the restaurants or any other kind of retailers that you like to go. So you can widen that to where you like a lot more of those stores because they meet your needs. And whenever you submit some of these customer reviews, you let them know, hey, these are the types of things that I'm looking for in a business whenever I'm looking to spend some of my money, again, whether that's in person or online. And so leaving those reviews really is kind of the channel for letting those businesses know how they can be better. So for a customer, it's up to you to let them know what they're doing well, what they're not doing so well, so they can truly make the marketplace a better place to shop right now.
Yeah, it does seem like typically you hear from people if they're upset about something. If things went fine, people might not be as inclined. But, why is it important for people to leave these good reviews, and when should they, do that?
So it's all about supporting businesses. And right now, when you're talking about a situation where you have COVID-19 going on right now and businesses are really struggling, some of those great reviews really can help keep that business going. So we all talk about, I know we had a lot of small business efforts at the beginning of the pandemic to support those, to make sure that they survived. Well, those reviews are a big part of that as well. So if you're a customer who's unfamiliar with the business, like we just talked about, you really rely on those reviews to make some of your decisions. So if you're a customer who has used that business, you've had a great experience, share that so that other people can have that great experience too, and that business can continue to thrive at a time where it may be tougher to do that.
Yeah, an easy, free way for you to support some of those businesses right now. So real quick, we're almost out of time, but I wanted to ask you,
Sure.
is there something you should write to make it an effective review? Like what kinds of things should we include? Sometimes I see reviews that are like, this burger sucks, but it doesn't really tell me
Exactly.
anything, you
Cool.
know?
So we're at the Better Business Bureau, we're real big on constructive criticism. So let the business know what they can do to be better. Don't just say, I had a terrible time, this is not what I wanted. Explain what it is maybe that you did want. Or if you had a great review, be thorough in explaining why that experience was so great for you. Because the more detailed you get, the more customers are going to take that to heart, and it's really going to resonate.
Yeah, don't be a troll, I think is
Right.
the bottom
Exactly.
line.
Don't
Yeah.
be a troll.
All right. Well, Brad, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you
Good
very
to
much.
see you. Yeah. And for more business resources and tips, be sure to head to coin.com for a link to the Better Business Bureau.